Trekcast.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
Live from studios in Idaho and Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. This is Trekcast, Galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. Today on the show, we're going to talk about building a Star Trek amusement park and ideas about that. Plus, we've got Star Trek news, your listener feedback. My name is Scott Bouters, and now the man, the myth, and the legend, Daniel Reyes.
I just push the buttons, man. I just push the buttons.
See, here's the thing about that, Daniel.
Yeah,
You're the only one that knows how to push the buttons.
that's true. That's true.
So,
It's not that complicated.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm just peachy. Well, like I said in the intro, I am not at my Starbase right now. I'm actually at a different location. I'm at Starbase Wisconsin Dells in Wisconsin,
So,
enjoying some family time.
Are you getting a cheese infusion? Is that what's going on?
Yes, we're definitely going to try to get some cheese infusion. We're going to go see the Harley Davidson shuttlecraft factory later this week.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So we're looking forward to that. Plus the exotic alien zoo in Milwaukee. We're going to check that out.
Are you going to pick up a new shuttlecraft while you're there?
I think I'm going to pick up some shuttlecraft uniforms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Like the uniform that Tom Paris wears whenever he flies, like, the Delta Flyer or like is in a race.
Right.
So,
that's awesome.
yeah, on a little family vacation right now, but
very cool.
I have a duty to do the podcast, so here I am.
Yeah. Well, we missed last 2 weeks. 1 week we had planned. The other week I got sick. Still a little bit there, but so we're back.
Dan is at a Klingon martial arts tournament.
That's right.
This weekend.
I was trying to remember the name of those tournaments. The one Worf would always get into.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of those.
It's like the Klingon word for blade or the Klingon word for bat. Like, he's in a batleth tournament.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
On,
so hopefully
I think it's on Barath.
That. That's right. Yes. So we're wishing him well.
So how are you feeling? We all heard that you were under the weather.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm fine. Just a little run down. That's all.
Okay.
I'm much better than I was earlier. Last week.
Yeah, where you had lost your voice.
Yeah, there was a day and a half I literally had no voice.
Oh wow. Okay.
It was crazy.
I'm sure there are people around here that wish that happened to me.
I'm sure for me as well. It was kind of funny because my voice was like, it was constantly cracking as if I was going through puberty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like I'd be able to like start words, but I couldn't finish them.
Right. Yeah.
So like at one point I went to go get a burrito because I was like, I don't feel like cooking. I'm going to just go get food. And I couldn't even get the burrito order out. I just
you're like, I'd like a bread.
And I couldn't get it out. So I just drove up to the window and I had a text ready to go. Like, this is what I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you getting your burritos from?
There's a Mexican place here in Coeur d'Alene. That's pretty good.
Okay. I was hoping you weren't going to say like Taco Bell.
Well, God, no.
I didn't want you to have to hand in your Hispanic heritage card.
No.
Okay.
Could not do that. I mean, we got a Del Taco too, but no, that's not happening.
Well, Del Taco would be a little more ethnic than Taco Bell, I think.
Slightly. They got better fries at least. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Those Mexican French fries that we all love.
That's right. But but you've been good as well.
Yeah, everything's going good. Like I said, we're on a little family trip, and so didn't do the show last week. Like I said, Dan's gone, so
yeah,
we've been doing the Star Trek movies for like the last 1,100 weeks. So we decided to pivot a little bit, and
yeah.
So
yeah, we got Strange New Worlds coming back around. So yeah.
Looking forward to that. A lot of stuff coming up. The new Superman movie's coming up next month.
Yeah.
Strange New World is coming out. So
Well, we should probably
Yeah,
get to the news because there's a lot to
Let-
talk about.
let's do it.
All right, let's get to the news.
Star Trek news.
All right, so our first news story comes to us from trekmovie.com. Let me pull this up here. And we have got episode titles for Strange New World Season 3.
Yay.
And we got all 10 episodes. We got Imagine Part 2, which is the end of that cliffhanger. So that's cool. It's funny to me that episode 2 will be Wedding Bell Blues.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So like I think that's funny. Like, hey, we're all gonna die. Let's have a wedding.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
like most TV shows, the wedding will go off without a hitch.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We have episode 3, a shuttle to Kenfori, and there's just a bunch of them. Space Adventure Hour, Through the Lens of Time. The personal favorite is 4.5 Vulcans. I think that's the one we've seen in past trailers.
Yeah, that
Where-
one's either gonna be really good or really bad.
Yeah, it's there'll be no in between with that one.
Mhm.
It'll be amazing or terrible. They also released a new trailer. I'd sent you that link. I put it in our group as well.
Yep, I just watched it.
Yeah, IGN Live, I guess, had a thing last night, and so they released a new trailer. It was fine. It was a fine trailer. I feel like they're all starting to blend together. You know,
A little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like the hegemony. The what are those? That's the Gorn. It seems like the Gorn is the new. The bad guys from Enterprise. The Zindi.
Oh,
It seems like
yeah,
the Gorn is the new Zindi. So
yeah. They
yeah,
very clearly pick out like this is going to be our main bad guy for this series.
right.
Like, for Picard,
Right.
it was the Borg. For these
Yep.
guys, it's the Gord. You know.
Yep.
So
Deep Space Nine was the Dominion.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Voyager was lack of coffee.
that's right.
Yeah.
Uh
I get it.
yeah. It is what it is. All right. So that's that news story.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we also have got, let me pull this up here. This is coming to us from rectormag.com, that old chestnut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's a new Mass Effects TV show in the works, and they have snagged a Star Trek writer, the writer of Star Trek Beyond, as their showrunner, Doug Young. So did you ever play Mass Effect?
No, I didn't.
Me either.
I'm not a big gamer. I mean, I've played some of the older games, but not a lot.
Yeah. I'm not a big gamer myself either, but I understand Mass Effects is very popular, and
Yeah.
so it stands to reason you would bring in a Star Trek guy to do that. So
The writer Young, I don't recognize the name, but I also don't
Yeah.
memorize the names of all the new
yeah,
writers and stuff.
yeah, me either. But he wrote for Star Trek Beyond. He also wrote on the Cloverfield Paradox. So there you go. If you're excited,
Okay. Well, good on Young.
yeah. So, all
And
right,
if you're a Mass Effect fan,
that's right. And then our last news story. Let me pull this up because this one is interesting, and I think it bears a longer episode in the future.
I have
But-
thoughts.
Yeah, this is from cosmicbook.net or .news. Skydance exploring the end of Star Trek. No talks with Kurtzman rumored. So, as we know, Star Trek is going to be bought out, or Paramount is.
Yep.
By Skydance Media. And allegedly, there have been no talks to re-up Alex Kurtzman's contract. That he is they're just kind of putting everything on hold for now.
Yep.
Until the buy. And then the plan is allegedly to let Star Trek rest for a while.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
guess what? I agree. The age of Kurtzman should be let to die.
Yeah.
And we should the age who's the Picard showrunner that we all like.
Oh, Terry Matalas.
Yeah, let Terry Matalas and Jonathan Frakes and all the up and coming producers of the newer show Strange New Worlds, let them rise up and take the mantle. I'm so sick of Kurtzman. He's done some good things, but I'm done with him. I'm done with him. He's the Joss Whedon of Star Trek. Started out good, did some really, really great things, but lately everything I'm done.
Yeah.
Discovery was a disaster. Whether you like Discovery or not, it's in my opinion and a lot of fans' opinions, it was a disaster. Let's move on. Let Terry Matalas, Jonathan Frakes, people like that take over, and that's what the fans want. That's what those two that I just mentioned are really good at it. The fans love them. Let them take over.
Right. I agree with you. I think
other than that, I have zero opinions about it.
Yeah, he needs to be stopped.
He needs to be stopped.
That's right.
So not only is he not great, he's now a villain.
That's right.
Alex Kurtzman is a Star Trek villain.
He needs to be stopped at any cost.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so they have not talked about renewing Kurtzman deal, which is interesting. You'd think we would have heard about that if they were interested, right?
Yeah.
But they have not even
Star Trek news I've heard in a while.
Yeah. But this is just a rumor. We don't know for sure, right? Plus the buyout needs to go through, and that's still under a bunch of different lawsuits and pending the litigation. So
you mean the Paramount deal? Oh, come on.
Yeah. Because they have to clear out their lawsuit with Trump. Then they got to clear out another lawsuit between Skydance and this other company who says they want to buy Paramount. And so Skydance is saying, hey, you guys don't even have the money to do this. This is just annoying. You're not even a serious contender.
I'm sure this will all work out smoothly. I mean, it's just got lawsuits involved with Donald Trump and his, Paramount, Skydance. That none of this smells like it's going to be anything dramatic.
No, it'll be fine.
Everything will be just fine.
Yeah, you're right. Kurtzman will come in and save the day, and we'll
Kurtzman
be like,
will come in.
Keep this man in charge.
Yep.
Yeah.
All they got to do is fire Matalas, and somebody needs to kill Jonathan Frakes. That Star Trek will live on.
They say the king is dead. Long live the king.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. Kevin Strecky says, for sure they need to move on to other things. Sometimes wishing for change can be a double-edged sword, but in this case, it can't get any worse. I was thinking like who I would replace with Matalas or with Kurtzman if you can't get Matalas.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think Tony Gilroy is a good call. The guy from Andor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
The thing I love about him is he does not give a shit about the fans. Like if you watch his interviews with Star Wars, he's just like, I don't care about any of this stuff, man. I'm just gonna tell my stories.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was evident in Andor season 2 that there was zero Jedi, zero lightsabers, zero legacy characters.
But it was good.
I just finished Andor season 2, and then I immediately watched Rogue One.
Yeah.
My opinion has not changed much about the entire Andor Rogue One.
I liked it.
I didn't not like it. There were some great parts to Rogue One that I really liked. Alan Tudyk as the droid was is what Alan Tudyk is whenever he's in anything. Absolutely
friends everywhere.
Brilliant. I mean, he's great. He needs to be in Star Trek.
For sure.
He needs to play some kind of artificial holographic.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's already been just like in a side character,
a voice or a background. Something. Yeah. That guy has got talent for days. So,
for sure.
He's. My wife is watching Resident Alien, and
is that good?
I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen little bits and pieces walking, like in passing. I plan on
Uh-huh.
starting. I plan on watching it too. And my good buddy Robbie McNeil, Robert Duncan McNeil, is
That's right, your
a
buddy,
producer.
your best
Yeah,
friend.
is a producer on the show. Yeah, that's why I call him
Mhm.
Robbie.
Right. He's
So
there with you, right? Isn't he?
well, yeah, he's in the next.
Right.
We've got dual.
He's
Yeah, we
busy
got
right now. Right.
next door hotel room. Yeah, he's busy talking to the producers of Resident Alien, but yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
pretty soon we'll do the other podcast he's on. We're gonna do
Okay. Yeah.
the shuttle, not the shuttle pod, the Delta Flyers. Yep.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've written them and asked if either one of us could be on their show or one of them could be on our show. So I'm waiting back. I'm waiting on that to get back to me.
Oh, Kevin Stricky, since it's all in the family at Paramount, they should let Taylor Sheridan write for Trek and see how it goes.
That
Why
could
not?
be its own. That could be its own Trekcast show. What would a Taylor Sheridan Star Trek show look like?
You would get
It should have
really
the same
angry.
theme
Yeah.
as Yellowstone. Du, 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 du. And it would just be like old school shots of like old Trek episodes, like all the worst downtrodden, like sad parts of every Trek episode.
Just angry ass Kevin Costner as your
Right.
captain or
Yep.
the admiral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jasmine's alcohol and boobs. I mean, it's not bad. That's a great combo.
We're not going to let the Klingons have 1 parsec to Federation space.
God damn it, shoot them all. just the captain walking around the halls with the shotgun for no reason.
Ah, boy, oh boy.
Okay.
That'd be good.
It'd be good. But yeah, so the end of Kurtzman may be near. Who knows? We'll see. But the rumors are
Good.
swirling.
Yeah. Rumors.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right. Well, let's get into our main topic as we plan and come up with our ideal Star Trek amusement park.
Yes.
There's no rules to this. It's
No.
just for fun.
No rules, no notes.
Yeah, here we go.
Fun will now commence.
And I figured out how to do this. The chat can always be up. So as you guys make comments, your stuff will come up and I don't have to
Oh, okay.
for them. So there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, so you guys can comment away as we talk about stuff. So this idea came to us from Darren Benjamin, former Trekcast host. He went to the Film Fest nights over in Universal Studios, and I was like, "Hey, man, can you shoot a video for us?" He did. It was great. I'll get that out. He did shoot a longer video, and we'll post that up later. But he did come up with the show idea of what would you do for a Star Trek amusement park. So, Jasmine, you should have him on the show. Yes, he has an open invite. He knows this.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, we record very early for West Coast time.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's part of the problem. So,
Yeah, any former Trekcast host has an open invite, obviously, except
for
for
sure.
there's one exception.
The basement.
Yeah, Chad is never allowed
That's
to
right.
host the show again.
All right. Well, before we get into our plans, you may not be aware, some of you people out there, there's already a Star Trek roller coaster on the planet Earth right now. It's in Germany. So I found a YouTube video. I will link the video in our show notes. But this will give us a POV of what the ride is like, what to expect. As you can see, you walk into Starfleet Academy. There's all sorts of props and pieces from Star Trek. You can get on the Enterprise D bridge,
Ooh,
which is pretty cool. I mean, it looks neat. It looks like a cool ride, you know?
honey, we're going to Germany.
Yeah. It's called Star Trek The Ride.
She gave me a thumbs up.
Nice. And there's the roller coaster. So if you're watching, and then we're going to get a POV of actually riding it. So here we go. It's kind of funny how like it all looks like Star Trek, right? Like it looks great until the shuttle bay door opens. And
I haven't seen this.
Oh yeah. Wait till the shuttle bay door opens. It's great. So now we're moving.
So we're in
Caution,
like it looks like a shuttle bay, and now it
Yeah.
looks like a shuttle bay door,
And now we're gonna go outside.
and now it's just outside.
Now it's just outside.
It's just like an amusement park. It's like
It's just
Six
like- yeah.
Flags.
Yep. It's just a roller coaster.
It's like
It's-
a regular roller coaster. Trees
It's
in
a
the
regular
background.
ass roller coaster.
I mean, it looks like a cool.
And look at
Oh,
that.
it goes forward and then
backwards.
goes backwards.
Yeah, it's building up speed. You know, like you have to do to get to warp speed.
Oh, so it's building up speed by going back and forth.
Uh-huh.
That's how it builds up speed. That's kind of unique.
Jazz visits No Space Mountain. It is not.
No,
But it looks crazy.
Space Mountain would have made more sense, but this
Look at
has
that.
lots of upside down
Whoa.
loop-de-loops and
Loop de loops. Going over the roof of the building. Into a
It-
tunnel.
it looks like a fairly intense roller coaster.
Jasmine, this should be called the Riker. Why? Why
Yeah,
should this be called the
definitely.
Riker?
You're gonna post this. Yeah, everybody should check this out. It looks
Yeah.
interesting.
That's the ride. That's the whole thing.
Okay, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I guess if you're into roller coasters, the beginning of it had sort of Star Trek Experience vibes.
Oh, for sure.
But so it's either a motion ride for like the
Uh-huh.
experience, or it's a roller coaster. I think I'd rather have the motion ride, but
Yeah, I would prefer like a almost like a what is that, Flight of the Resistance for Star
Mhm.
Wars, like something like that. But I mean, if this is all we got, this is all we got. I don't think it's worth the plane ticket to Germany to ride
well,
that.
I hope it's still. See, I hope it's still there, and we're planning a Europe trip in about 4 years.
Okay.
I want to visit. I want to visit France. I want to go to Normandy.
Nice.
My wife has
Yeah.
family in Austria and that area.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe we'll make a trip. If we're already in Europe,
Might as well. Yeah.
then and Germany might be on one of the stops anyways. So
Right.
maybe we'll check that out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So the plan is we're gonna come up with what we would do. I've got an AI program so we can type in our prompts and get at least some visuals as to what we would be doing. So let's think about first coming to the park, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of entrance do you want for this park? What do you want to see when you first
Well,
walk in?
So it's a Star Trek themed park. There's one organization that we think of when we think of Star Trek. One of two organizations.
Okay.
We think of the Federation and we think of Starfleet. I think most people think of Starfleet when they think of Star Trek. So I
Right.
think it should be a Starfleet themed like entrance with the Starfleet emblem and maybe a giant delta where you walk underneath the delta.
Okay. Okay.
So a giant Starfleet insignia that you walk underneath or that you walk through.
Maybe this is an opportunity to explain what is the difference between Starfleet and the Federation.
So it's the differences between the military, the army, and the United States. The Federation is a group of planets. As of 2401, there's about 150 of these planets that form a federation, which is just a co-op of planets. Starfleet is the exploratory and defense force of this federation.
Mm-hmm.
Did I explain that okay?
I think so. So this is what AI come up with when I typed in Starfleet entrance for theme park with giant delta. This is what it gave me.
Okay.
As you can see.
That looks out of this world.
Yeah.
It looks
I
like
kind of like this one with the archway.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like it. Yeah, it all looks great. It's
Yeah,
got
it's
some Starfleet mixed with like Coruscant vibes.
yeah, I like the little demon horns on the archway, I guess.
Right.
I don't
Well, the
know.
way it's got those curves reminds me of the inside of a Borg ship.
Mm. Yeah, I could see that. Could absolutely. This one is weird. Like, are we going out into a planet?
Yeah, there's a giant dome on top. Everything's curvy.
Yeah.
I don't think AI knows exactly what Starfleet or Star Trek is.
No, I don't think it does. But that's what's going to make it more fun because we're
Yeah.
going to get terrible visuals.
Oh gosh.
All right. So I agree with you. We need some sort of like you've come to Star Trek amusement park, right?
Right.
What kind of mascots do we have greeting you?
Oh, it's going to be all the aliens. Like
All the
every of
aliens?
the aliens. Like all of the every alien. Right?
Okay.
So I
Like
want to
who?
see. Oh, I want to see. And they can be specific aliens or not so specific aliens. So we can have Ferengi or we can have Quark. You know, Quark has a very specific look. But I want to see all
Right.
the crazy aliens. And if I'm a theme park, you know, visuals are important to me, and that's why I go to
Right.
theme parks. When you go to a Universal Studios or a Disney World, it's the attention to detail. You know, so
Yeah.
I want to see I want to see Ferengi walking around. They kind of look like they're walking around for no good reason. They're just not
Right.
there to chill. You know, they could be like the janitors, the guys that are picking up trash, but it should all be Vulcans. It should all be Andorians. It should all be
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
full on Borg. You know, just kind of walking around.
I like that.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
I
Trash carts in the shape of shuttlecraft.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I typed in aliens greeting theme park visitors, and this is what it gave me.
Yeah,
So-
it's got your stereotypical sort of
Rays.
like, you know, we come in peace type of
Yeah.
aliens with the big bug eyes. And
That's right.
this
That's right.
so far, this looks terrifying.
Oh, I'm all set to go. Let's go, baby.
This
Let's
looks
go.
terrifying. They
Yeah.
look like they're ready to greet us for a nice day at the park, or they're ready to put us on a skewer and eat us for brunch.
They look like it's probing time.
It's that's the Thing's new catchphrase from the new
That's
Fantastic
right.
Four.
Yeah.
It's
probing
probing
time.
time.
Oh, no. Oh no. That may be my new Tinder line. It's probing time, ladies.
It's
Hopefully that works.
oh
Chat,
no.
do you think that'll work? If I start with it's probing time.
Tell us, everybody in the chat, what do you think
Yeah.
about it's probing time for Daniel's profile?
Tinder. Yeah.
Tinder
See if that works.
Oh
All right.
goodness.
All right. So we got
I want to see what it comes up with Klingon food truck.
Okay, let's try that. Because yeah, you need food, right?
I want to see a bunch of, you know, a Vulcan place where you can get plomeek soup and a Klingon place where you can get gach.
I would want a Ractagino, something caffeinated,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
It just a food truck.
Yep.
I mean, there's kind of Klingon lettering on there.
Or a Klingon food kiosk, or maybe a Klingon restaurant. Oh, there you go. That would, you know, like how they have some of the carts set up. I was just at an amusement park yesterday. They got carts set up, you know,
Yeah.
where you can just grab a whatever quick little bite, and they've also got inside sit down restaurants.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they should definitely have, this park needs to definitely have a full on Klingon restaurant.
Let's try. Well, I got it. Klingon restaurant. So it's just showing a restaurant. How about alien food? Let's see. Court.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'd like to
See what he comes up with that. Jasmine says ladies love that line. You know,
Of
how
course.
could they resist?
It's probing time.
It's probing time. Oh, it's like a buffet.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I could
I don't
dig
hate
that.
Yeah.
I would also like to see a theme would be like the cadets food court, you know, and it would be like a replimat type place where it looks like, you know, maybe the academy kids would go to have lunch, you know, like in college. My son's in college. There's a place on campus where you can go, and that's like the place to eat, you know.
Right.
Use usually.
Like the cafeteria.
The cafeteria. That's the word I was
Yeah.
looking for. Like a Starfleet cafeteria. That could be one.
I think you could make that your buffet, the Starfleet cafeteria, because
There
then
you go.
it is like you get your tray, you go get your
Yep.
food, play a flat
Yep.
rate,
And you could have,
yeah.
servers and stuff walking around in like cadet uniforms, and everything's got Starfleet insignias on it, all the trays and everything.
Oh, you know what you need? Hold on, Alien arcade. So I'm thinking is, Quark's got his gambling, right? So
Oh,
you do
yeah.
a Quark arcade, but it's like, kids get their tickets and then they can go get their spider necklace or whatever, their
Sure.
little parachute guy, whatever it is. So
Right. So we could have like Dabu tables.
yeah, but like, for kids to get their
Okay,
little
for
prizes.
kids. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it. Yeah, we could do
You
a little Starfleet themed and
you want
alien
the Pop
themed.
Rocks or
Right. But we should also have, you go into like a bar, there's games and stuff. We should have like a bar. Not it's a theme park, it's a family theme park. So not like a gambling table, but same thing with tickets and stuff like that. You could have you could have Damjot.
Human
That'd be fun.
Domjot?
Like, yeah. And Dabu wheels and any other like sit down games you could play. We could have like a whole row of tables that have like Calto and Kataskat and 3D chess, obviously.
Right. Yeah, that would be awesome. I think you can definitely do those things.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of food, lots of sit down games.
Yeah. Do we need, I don't know, like a carnival games?
So they would be traditional carnival games themed in Star Trek.
Yeah, like I don't know, knock down the Ferengi or
right,
instead of like a clown,
try to hit Borg balloons with darts or something.
Trivia with Vulcans.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. When I was on the cruise ship last year, there was a lot of trivia themed nights. A lot of you go sit around the bar and there's like 30 or 40 people that write down their trivia and stuff like that. So yeah, little activities, little planned activities like that would be fun.
I typed in Alien Carnival and this terrifying image has popped up.
God. Okay, so there's this. It's kind of like your typical Become a Piece alien, only he's got these like sharp gill-looking things on the side of his head, and he looks very proby.
Yeah, it's probing time, baby.
Yeah, it's probing time.
It is probing time.
Yeah, that's got to be your phrase.
It will be. It absolutely will be. But yeah,
the AI is generating some carnival-looking spacey things. Lots of colors, lots of the dome tents and things like that.
A lot of psychedelic colors.
A lot of psychedelic colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when it is actually probing time,
right.
They probably inject you with a lot of drugs that produce images like this in your brain.
That assists with the probing.
It's to us, yeah. It's a probe assist drug.
That's right. Oh God. No.
That'll be your secondary life.
Bad time.
Yeah. Like I got a drug that can assist that. No. Oh no.
No. Okay. What about shows? You go to an amusement park, you take a rest, you go to a show, like a magic show or stunt show.
You could have I got an idea. You could have a guy dressed like Data doing jokes badly.
Oh yeah.
Like that one scene with the Joe, that comedian that he did in like season 1.
Joe Piscopo?
Yeah, Joe Piscopo. Yeah.
I just typed in Klingon stunt show. So let's see what it comes up with.
I went to the doctor. The doctor says you need an operation. I asked the doctor. I said I'm going to get a second opinion. I want a second opinion. The doctor says, okay, you're ugly too.
Stand-up comedy.
So typical shows with a Star Trek theme, like a magic show, a dancing show. Music. You could have like the music of Star Trek or music by Star Trek, like people.
Oh yeah. You could have like a little like concert.
Yeah, you could have like Tuvok and the Harry Kims.
Yeah,
you know, or the Riker maneuvers, you know.
that's a completely different show after hours. That's a completely different show.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Chaz, is the Mark Twain show. I
okay,
feel
yeah, from like, well, think Lower Decks. Yeah.
a Twain off.
Well, yeah, you could have people come in and put on the Mark Twain regalia, you know, and take pictures. I mean, there's photo ops. So you
I
come in and
picture, just thinking about this,
uh
a People's Court style show with Judge Mark Twain, and he
ooh, there you
settles
go.
disputes.
Yep, there you
Yeah,
go. There you go.
yeah,
Photo ops. There could be tons and tons of photo ops. You could have any
yeah,
kind of imaginable background props. So you could go in and there'd just be a wall of props you could use. You know, there'd be like,
yeah,
real quick change. Like you want to be a Ferengi, they got a real quick, not like where you have to be done over by Michael Westmore, but like you just put on the Ferengi hat and you hold the
yeah.
Ferengi whip and you say cheese, say
Right.
Latinum, or you put on a few Borg implants, or you hold the Horgon, in a very suggestive way, um, and you take photos, and then the back can be, behind you can be a blue screen, so you can have it be anything you want. Twin sunsets on Ryza, uh,
I I would
Borg
create
ship.
an attraction called "Let's Get Stabbed by Nausicaans," and it's a booth. You walk into the booth and you get stabbed by a Nausicaan,
And you just
and
get
that's
stabbed
it.
by a Nausicaan. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's the whole thing.
I think I like it. I think I
Yeah.
like it.
I think all your little first aid stations need to be called sick bay.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Absolutely. And every guy there is bald and wearing a mobile emitter.
Yes.
Or
Absolutely.
you just have people dressed up as all the doctors.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
I
So
like that.
you see women there wearing like red wigs and wearing the blue uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think that's good. Yeah. Good idea.
I'm curious what it comes up with Starfleet uniform.
There,
But it'll
I
be bad.
played around with AI a little bit. Like
Yeah.
it always, yeah. See, it just came up with a spacesuit, like a generic spacesuit. This looks like it came from like, master.
Everything and anything space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
like
his
Halo?
name? Yeah. What's his name from Halo?
Master Chief?
Master Chief. Yeah. It just looks like a
Yeah.
generic version of Master Chief. So I don't
Pretty
think it knows
much.
what Star Trek is.
No. It does not. So
How about do you have any ideas for rides?
that's what I was gonna get to, rides. I think you gotta do the wormhole.
Ooh, yeah, kind of like Space Mountain,
Kind
like
of,
an indoor. Would it be an indoor kind of thing, or a
I'm
motion
having it
ride?
generate.
There's going to be lots of motion rides at this park.
Yeah. I think it's got to be like Space Mountain type, something indoor,
Okay.
something with things going on.
Yeah, call it through the wormhole.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
AI's generating images of roller coasters with kind of wormholes in the background.
That's close, but
Which is
not quite. Yeah. It's better than what it did for uniforms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could do it with like lasers and holographic whatever. You could make it look like you're actually going through the Bajoran wormhole. I mean, visually, I know you can do it.
You could do a fun, like mining ride, like Escape Europente from Star Trek 6.
Escape Repente. That's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like your Matterhorn, your snow base, but like in a mining cart because they were mining.
Okay. Kind of like from the Indiana Jones and Short Round escaped in the
something like that.
Only it's Repente. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. All the conductors are Klingon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got a fun idea.
Okay.
So every day at the park, someone is picked for this, and all the guests have to find the assassin.
So you're going around like cutting everybody's palms to make sure they're
You
bleeding.
it's like a detective game, right? You get clues and
Okay.
you're trying to figure it out. And if you find them, you win a prize. I don't know, maybe like a free dinner or something like that. I
Nice.
just wanted to find the assassin.
I thought of either a themed restaurant or a gift shop, Dixon Hill.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm thinking like a la Star Trek First Contact. They had that bar, and the singer, the lounge singer and all that.
Gabe
That would be
says, how
kind of a
about
cool
the game
restaurant.
VR ride where everyone has that that crazy game that everyone was playing, the alien game.
Oh, from the episode The Game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That as a VR ride. Yeah.
Will it be addictive? Is it going to give you a dopamine hit?
It better.
I mean, I don't know how you would do that with 21st century technology, but I'm sure with holograms.
Oh, you know what we haven't said, and it's just begging to be a theme park ride or a game. Moraine.
Oh God! You want to bankrupt us in the first week?
That's right.
Moraine. Count 2, 3. Moraine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a horrible idea. That's almost as bad as the one that I came up with before the show. There should be a covert starburst ride where there's a 4 in 5 chance that you'll survive.
I like it.
Yep.
Gabe says no for the Moraine ride.
Yeah. That was from the Deep Space Nine season 1 episode, Move Along Home.
That's right.
Widely regarded as the worst Star Trek episode of Deep Space Nine, possibly in all the franchise.
It's pretty bad. It's
up there with Spock's brain. And the one where Crusher has relations with a ghost.
I still think the one where Chakotay is boxing is like one of the worst episodes because nobody talks about it. It's that bad.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that. I haven't gotten to that one in my rewatch. I just started season 5 of Voyager in my rewatch.
Yeah.
So. There's some good episodes. There's some bad episodes, but
trying to think of other rides. Of course, there's like a Borg one, like Escape the Borg. You know? There's something with the Klingons. Oh, you could do like a Klingons. What?
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say you could do something like Pirates of the Caribbean, but with the Klingons.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, there can be like a small world ride.
Okay.
Where it goes like all the aliens of the Federation,
I like that. Yeah. We're all just a happy Federation.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big old sailing ships. I like that.
If this is near, like, there's a place near called Cedar Point in Ohio. They're sort of nestled up next to a beach. We could have the Ryza Beach. Make it like Ryza theme. We could have people come, walking around. We could have Horgons all over the place. People saying, "Is there anything I can get you? Do you seek Jamaharon?"
It's probing time.
It's probing time. Only not have it be an actual illegal, sex place. This is a family park after all.
That's right.
Or there can be a 21 and over area.
Yeah, for adults.
What happens on the Ryza Beach stays on the Ryza Beach.
Little bungalows that you can rent by the hour.
Or call them Jamaha Road Bungalow.
Yeah. Now with hourly rates by the quarter hour.
Not without.
I just need it for 15 minutes, man.
Right. Yeah. It's a Ferengi at the ticket booth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to have sets like throughout the park, like bridge sets and
like
engineering sets. Like no, I'm thinking there's got to be like a large area that you can go into, like visit the bridge of Voyager or visit the sick bay of the Enterprise.
I feel like those could be gift shops that have those things in there.
Oh yeah, okay,
You know,
okay.
like you go visit the promenade. There's your
Mhm.
gift shops. You know,
There
you
should be
go
a
visit.
full-on replica of the promenade, like an entire building where it's a
Oh, for
replica.
sure.
Just have actual real shops
Yeah,
where and real kiosks
and you're
where
not
these
allowed
places
to
are.
run in it.
No running, no,
No running in
and
the promenade.
no loitering,
That's
no
right. That's
no
right.
dangling.
None. How dare you?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
also think it'd be cool at places like this where you could have actors recreate scenes. So you could
Oh,
have
that
the
would be
scene
cool.
where Nog tells Martok, "You need to move along," and and they can just do that scene every 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I was
Yeah,
just
little
thinking
fun scenes.
you could even do people who they're dressed like aliens in the Starfleet uniforms doing like clips from Shakespeare shows,
Oh, there you
like
go. Yeah,
plays. Yeah,
yeah, I
like
like
that
it.
could be
I
one of the
like it.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So yeah, recreations, little skits, and things like that. You could like in the original Klingon, they could do the Shakespeare in the original Klingon.
yeah, I'm
No,
putting in the
that'd be
chat
fun.
that people could X up because I think listener feedback is right around the corner.
I
So
think you're right. I think you're
yeah,
right. Yeah, I think we should start that.
yeah. Anything else we want to add before we wrap up this segment?
No, I think we got some great ideas going on. I think it could make a lot. I honestly think it could make a lot of money. It should. Where would this park be located? Assuming it's in the United States,
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's where it's got to go, man.
Yep.
So
It's got the infrastructure to do it. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
All
All right.
right.
Well, then let's get to listener feedback.
Listener feedback.
Can we remind everybody how they can participate in listener feedback?
Yeah. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Do you want to go through it while I pull it up?
Yeah, so one of the ways you can leave us a voicemail, you can call 570-661-0001. This is just a voicemail. Nobody's going to pick up, so if you want to just call and leave us your thoughts about Trekcast, the show, any of the topics we're talking about, or just call and say hi. So, Mom, if you want to call and just say hi, you can call 570-661-0001. Leave a message. You can email us at trekkasttng@gmail.com. You can email me at strongbeard1701@gmail.com. I'll read your email on the air if you'd like. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram. So we've got a fantastic fan following on all that, especially on Facebook and Instagram. Daniel does a wonderful job of the Instagram account. And so that's one of your best ways you can interact with us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We got Chazbaz on the line. So let's bring him on. There he is.
Good morning.
What's up? Good morning, Chazbaz. What's up?
Not much.
So
long time no see.
Yeah. What would you put in your Star Trek amusement park?
Well, definitely gotta have the Riker maneuver for a ride or something. So as you walk in, it's a giant Riker trying to sit on a chair. So you walk under him, and it's under a big chair.
Oh, you can have a Riker maneuver contest where you have like higher and higher and higher and higher chairbacks.
Oh, like a limbo stick.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Some NBA player come in there and just beat everybody.
Yeah, I like it. So, what do you think of some of our ideas?
I think it would have to be like part of a Universal or Disney. Like,
probably realistically,
yeah, because there's no way you could have it.
It'll be Disney. I'm sure Disney is eventually going to buy Skydance and everything else.
Yeah, it's either Disney. Well, Disney doesn't have any money right now. They're
yeah,
they spend it all on Star Wars.
Money. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they spent $650 million on Andor, so I kind of put them in the hole.
Yeah.
And
speaking of Disney products, I last weekend I did see Thunderbolts. I'm sorry, the New Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
I liked it.
good. It was good.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as good as like some people said it was the best. It was the best MCU movie since Endgame. I can think of one or two that were better, but
Yeah.
especially in the Spider-Man franchise.
Yeah, definitely
But
Spider-Man.
it was good. It was good. It was
Yeah.
definitely better than some of the ones that have come out recently.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
I like Guardians 3 a lot out of this phase.
Yeah, I like Guardians 3 was one of my favorites.
I said that was a good one, and then like Shang-Chi, I thought that was a good one. And
Underrated.
yeah, it was very underrated.
Yeah.
All the others, Eternals was the worst. Marvels was subpar. Ant-Man
I didn't mind Marvels. I thought Marvels was cute.
Ant-Man was awful. Was the worst of the bunch.
It was a little discombobulated.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I was like, what am I watching and what is going
Visually,
on?
it was amazing.
Yeah, I remember.
It looked great, but it made no sense.
Yeah,
made
it was
zero
so
sense.
it was the Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
yes, it
Yeah.
was.
But anyways, do
So-
you have any other thoughts for a Star Trek theme park ideas?
Would you
or
have animals
restaurant?
there?
Ooh,
Ooh,
like a
you
targ
could have like
just running around.
animatronics. Yeah, targs
Yeah.
and
That'd be funny if you,
you
had
know
like
the animal that comes to mind was that little chipmunk thing from Star Trek Insurrection that little kid had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They could sell
They
plushies
have
of
it.
that.
They have it some of the amusement parks now, where like you can go interact with the character and talk to them, and they've got like you can go talk to Stitch, and Stitch is on a video screen, and he'll talk to you.
That's
You
cool.
know.
Yeah, he's being controlled by somebody in like the next room or AI. or something.
Yeah. Like you could do
Okay.
something like that with like a targ, like a talking targ, or
Sure,
You know.
sure.
The talking targ.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about things that have been described but we've never seen. Like in a Deep Space Nine episode, Worf once described defeating some kind of beast twice his size. But we don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the beast, but we've never seen it in canon.
It
I think
wasn't
it'd be cool to see like a
Skeletor,
statue
was
of
it?
Worf, like with a bat lip and this
Yeah.
like 12-foot tall, bear looking thing attacking.
What if it was a blue barrel that he fought?
There you go.
That's his beast.
Blue barrel.
You could do the dolphins from Cetacean Ops as one of the things you interact with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there can be a big controversy about how the dolphins are treated
Yeah.
in captivity. There'll be protests outside.
For the dolphins, would they have to make like a holodeck for them to make them swim farther?
Yeah, I guess.
Or what would be easier, cheaper? Like if this was in the 24th century, what would be easier, cheaper? A giant tank or a small holodeck?
Probably a holodeck because they could swim forever
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't get bored in it. It'd be just continuous.
How would you like to clean out those filters?
No. No.
Thought they've been
Although-
dolphin excrement.
You could do like to interact with. You could like interact with Moriarty.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
about
like
Mark
it.
Twain
With
versus
today's technology,
Moriarty?
we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
What if they did a holodeck like theme park, like of the show? Like, okay, so you do the theme park, and then you have like one part that's the holodeck. What would the holodeck be?
Oh, it'll.
Open gym, anything you wanted.
Yeah.
Are you talking about in
So,
the 21st
So
century?
each month, maybe they would do like a period piece or different things.
Yeah. For sure,
almost
one
like
month
a
would
stage
be
show.
like. 1 month would be Sherlock Holmes, for sure.
Yeah. Like
Another
kinda
one
change
is-
it up.
Yeah, another one is Fairhaven.
I think it'd be cool if they did it'd be like a picture opportunity called the holodeck. And I know they've got the technology. They had this technology 20 years ago where it looks like they did a Ghostbusters kind of theme thing at
Oh,
Universal
yeah.
Studios years
Yeah.
ago. And it looked like there were ghosts on the wall. And looking back at it now, I realized that they were projecting onto glass panels
Right.
but because of the lighting, you couldn't see the glass panels. But all you could see, it just looked like there was a ghost floating 10 feet away from you, and it looked real. You could do something like that, like the holodeck grid in the background, and then the glass panels, and then you could pull up whatever you wanted to.
Right.
Because you got to keep the people like walking through this whole thing.
Yeah.
Have, like different areas, almost like the Jungle Cruise and I mean, I haven't been to Disney since I was 9, so everything's gone now. So
I think it should be lots of like, these places have a lot of actors that are walking around, so you could have like a guy dressed up like Boothby, sort of like tending to like the flowers and the grass and stuff.
So all the groundskeepers are all going to dress like Boothby.
all the groundskeepers dress like Boothby. Yeah. But anybody who's taking out the trash or serving food.
Hey, all the Packlets could be taking out the trash. So
there you go. Oh no! You know who's going to be the people that take out the trash? Are the they were featured in Voyager, and I just saw them. They're the ones that were polluting that empty space region.
I know you're talking about. Yes, they're so toxic that their ships just.
Yep, exactly. I can't think of the name of the species right now. It starts with an M or a. But anyways, yeah. Malon.
Yeah. Those could be your garbage workers.
Yep.
What's the name of the kids program from Voyager? Flounder?
Oh yeah.
Flounder.
Yeah, something like that.
Flounder. That could be like Kids Land.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Actually mix that with was the cartoon one they just recently made. The CG.
Oh, Prodigy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can mix Fodder with Prodigy for the kids part.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can almost do each area through each phase of Star Trek.
Yeah.
You can do like, TOS, TNG, DS9. Yeah. Boy,
I like it.
Boy.
Yeah.
You could do like Fairhaven, and I think somebody mentioned that you could do like the
what's the French
different
one?
Yeah. And you can do different themes, like I mentioned earlier, like Dixon Hill. You could have restaurant themes, like different. You could have things themed on stories within Star Trek.
Right. Yeah, I like that.
Will there be a vineyard there?
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely sell a lot of Chateau Picard.
Yeah. And then
would you make it actual wine or like just grape juice so kids could have some too?
I mean, you could do both. I mean, they sell alcohol and things at theme parks.
Yeah.
So would the buffet be Borg thing and it'd be a smorgasbord?
Yes.
Lots of recipes from Neelix's cookbook.
Oh God, no.
Oh
God, no.
Lots of Heart of Targ and I mean, I'm talking about the Neelix's cookbook from like I bought it from the Star Trek Experience.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like Star Trek, not just Star Trek themed recipes, but like recipes that Star Trek actors have contributed and things like that.
No, but if you have like one vegan restaurant in there, you got to call that Leola Root.
Yes.
Yep. Like it.
Beet juice.
Like
You'd have beet juice for
if you want to go get your veggies, that's where you got Leola Root.
Puree of beetle.
Yeah.
Then you got to go to
snail juice, extra shells.
Mm-hmm.
Drink some root beer at Cork's Bar.
Oh, there you go.
And have
human root beer.
Just a guy dressed as Morn, and he won't say a word to you. So
nope. Yep, that's all he does for 12 hours a day is just sit at Quark's bar.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yep. That'd be the best gig ever. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So this guy's got sciatica because he sat so long.
Well, the dude has an extra stomach, so I'm pretty sure he's got good lumbar support built in.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
It's like he's golden.
All right.
It's hard, like a theme park, like I said, it would almost have to be like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
It had to be, but they would have to figure out like what
part of a larger park.
Yeah,
sure.
what time
Yeah.
period would you focus this on?
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't do TOS, so it'd have to be either the TNG era, because there's so much, just think all the episodes in that era.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not
Oh, yeah.
Voyager.
Mm.
Yep.
And
I think it's some good ideas here.
Yeah. I think so.
Yep.
All right. Well, it feels like we're wrapping it up at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
My family is actually in the background. I'm at the back corner. This is our hotel room.
Yeah,
So they're sort of getting ready, giving me these weird looks like, what the heck is Dad talking
where are
about?
you at, Scott?
I'm at Wisconsin Dells.
Okay.
We're hanging out at Wisconsin Dells for a few days and hanging out with an Army buddy of mine and his family tomorrow, and hanging out with another set of friends south of Milwaukee.
Snacks. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Take care of your targ, dude.
Yeah, my targ's a little hungry.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough.
Just a
Have your
random
first
bark.
officer feed it.
Yeah.
Well, we're selling our house, so he's
what?
moody right now. So
okay.
it's like the orb's about to be pawned off. So
Oh no.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll be back. I don't know, maybe next week, probably.
Yeah, we'll let everybody know in the Facebook group. So if you want the latest information,
you have 4 movies left. You have Generations and those 4.
Yeah, but that's not enough time because Strange New Worlds is right around the corner.
Okay.
We want to do a prediction show, so yeah.
So if the people really want the movies done, we'll revisit that after Strange New Worlds is over.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
So,
all right.
I'd like to do the last 4
I would
movies.
too. Yeah. I just think it's better to wait till after Strange New Worlds.
Okay. For that gap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
All right.
everybody has 2 weeks to come up with an idea. So
that's right.
When is Strange New Worlds coming out?
Middle of July.
Okay.
Like the 17th ish or something like yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Cool.
Sounds good.
Thanks everybody for listening. And we'll catch you next time.
Absolutely. Peace and long life.
Bye.
This is Captain Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine and Space God to the Bajorans. I have a mission for you. This falls outside of Starfleet guidelines, so I can't order you, but I'm asking for volunteers. Volunteers who will subscribe to the Trekcast YouTube channel, leave 5-star reviews on your podcast app of choice, and share Trekcast across your social media accounts. If we can make our audience bigger, we might have a chance against the Dominion. Are you ready? Subscribe, like, and share. Are you with me?